Hey YouTubers, my name is Andrea René and welcome to my channel Andrea René Abroad, where I talk about Peace Corps, travel, and working abroad. I'm a returned Peace Corps volunteer who served in Nicaragua from August of 2016 to April of 2018. In today's video, we're going to be discussing 5 reasons you should bring your smartphone to Peace Corps. I wanted to first thank you all for all of your support on this channel. This channel recently just reached 100 subscribers, which I am super excited about. Another exciting bit of news that I have to share with you all before we jump into the video is that I will be departing for Australia in 2 weeks, where I will be working as an au pair in Melbourne. If you've been following this channel because of the Peace Corps videos, I will continue to make videos about Peace Corps, but I will also begin making videos about how to apply to be an au pair, how to apply for your Australian visa, and other similar topics. So let's go ahead and jump into the 5 reasons why you should bring your smartphone to Peace Corps. Before I departed for Peace Corps, I actually almost sold my iPhone because I thought that I would want to be disconnected during my service and live off the grid. But then I began to look at different Facebook pages that were about Peace Corps, and pretty much everyone recommended to bring their smartphone. So that was when I began to reconsider, and then I eventually did end up bringing my phone with me to Peace Corps. Now, I did disconnect my United States phone number. I unsubscribed from my parents' family plan before I departed for Peace Corps. So there was no official phone number attached to my phone. I did have a Peace Corps specific phone during my service. I bought this phone when I first got to Nicaragua, and I think it cost me only $12. And then Peace Corps has its own family plan for all of its volunteers, so they gave me a phone number and SIM card for free, which I put inside this phone. Now, the reason why I wanted to keep my 2 phones separate was for safety reasons. Some volunteers do choose to just insert the Peace Corps SIM card into their American smartphone, but I wanted to have it separate so that if I was at a bus station, for example, I would not feel insecure at all about taking out this phone. One time I actually left this phone at my gym, and then when I got back to the gym to get my phone, all of the Nicaraguans were laughing because they said, yeah, nobody would want to steal that phone. You will be expected to buy your own minutes, but this is extremely affordable. I only bought $3 worth of minutes once a month. But let's jump into the 5 reasons of why you should bring your smartphone to Peace Corps, whether it is an iPhone or an Android. So the first reason that you should consider bringing your smartphone to Peace Corps is for entertainment. While you are a Peace Corps volunteer, remember that you won't be surrounded by all of your American friends and family. You will have a lot of time alone during your Peace Corps service, or just time to fill that you maybe didn't have to fill in the United States. So my first example of that is hand washing laundry. I spent an average of 4 hours a week washing my laundry. And so I always really liked to have my smartphone on hand to either listen to podcasts or audiobooks. Now, there were some Peace Corps volunteers who decided to have a Spotify subscription during their Peace Corps service. So if music is something that is really important to you, you can of course do that during your service. Another option, of course, for entertainment is to use your iPhone for games. Now, the reason why I liked podcasts in particular as a form of entertainment was because it allowed me to subscribe to news podcasts to make sure that I still kept up to date with what was going on back home in the United States. And I also want to specifically mention audiobooks to you all. Now, my favorite audiobook application is called Overdrive, and it's actually connected to my library here in Portland, Oregon, the Multnomah County Library System. And I actually ended up sharing this idea with a few of my site mates who were from totally different parts of the United States, and they were all able to download Overdrive and connect it to their library card back in the United States. So the second reason that I recommend bringing your iPhone or Android to Peace Corps is for communication purposes. Applications such as WhatsApp and Messenger allow you to make video and voice calls to family and friends back in the United States completely for free as long as you are in a Wi-Fi zone. I did have different friends and family members who preferred to use WhatsApp over Facebook Messenger or vice versa, so I did have both applications on my phone during my service. Now, my host family did have Wi-Fi in their home. Most, or at least a lot of the volunteers who served during the time that I was in Nicaragua also had Wi-Fi in their homes. In Nicaragua, Wi-Fi is available in all of the public parks, and there's a central city park in every single town and community. So pretty much all volunteers had access to Wi-Fi on some level, so were able to stay in contact with their families. Most cafes, like coffee shops, also have Wi-Fi as well. For those of you who have an iPhone, you are able to use iMessage on Wi-Fi. And even though I did delete my US phone number, for whatever reason, I was still able to use iMessage even though I didn't actually have a phone number attached to my phone. So the third reason that you should bring your American smartphone to Peace Corps is for organizational purposes. So as I've mentioned in some of my other videos, I was working as an 8th grade English teacher in the city of Esteli at 3 different public high schools. Since my schedule changed on a day-to-day basis, it just really helped me to have all of my classes plugged into my iCalendar account, so I could just open up my phone the night before and kind of remember what I would be teaching the following day. So it's just really nice to have your smartphone for organizational purposes because you will have a lot to do during Peace Corps and a lot to keep straight. The fourth reason that I think you should bring your smartphone to Peace Corps is for access to internet and specifically recipes. Now, my favorite application to find recipes is, of course, Pinterest. Now, the reason why I think that Pinterest is such a great website for Peace Corps volunteers is because Pinterest allows you to plug in just one ingredient item and they will come up with a whole bunch of recipes that include that ingredient item. When I first arrived to Nicaragua and went to the mercado there, I noticed that there was a lot of fruits and vegetables that I had never seen before and I had no idea how to cook. The fifth and final reason that you should bring your smartphone to Peace Corps is because of the camera. Now, if you are a person who genuinely has a hobby as either a photographer or a videographer, then by all means bring your fancy camera to Peace Corps with you. But if you are just your average American who is not dabbling into photography in any serious way, it will be very nice for you to have your smartphone to just be able to take photos. Of course, do consider where you are taking photos. You don't want your smartphone to be taken from you, stolen from you. Be always vigilant and aware of where you are taking photos, and also consider whether or not it is appropriate to snap a photo in the location you are in. So those are my 5 reasons why you should bring your smartphone to Peace Corps, whether it is an iPhone or an Android phone. And again, it is because of entertainment, communication, organization, recipes, and camera use. If you are a person who is frequently on Facebook, you can find my Andrea René Abroad Facebook page where you will always get updates of when I post new videos as well as new content. Don't forget to hit that like button as well as subscribe if you are new. I hope that you found this video helpful and that I have convinced you to bring your smartphone with you to Peace Corps. I wish you all an amazing service and I will see you all next week.